Jasmy Management has officially confirmed the creation of Jasmy Grant. Now, I talked a little bit in regards to Jasmy Grant in a deep dive a while back. Here's an update. So, they have officially confirmed the creation of Jasmy Grant as an incentive to further the development of projects within the IoT ecosystem, the Internet of Things ecosystem. It's part of the Q1 roadmap. Let me blow this up here in a second, but let me show you guys this picture real quick. So I'm going to blow this up. And if anything, this comes straight from the Medium. Let's jump to that. And before we actually take you straight to the Medium page, let's read this real quick. So it says, anyone interested in the Jasmy ecosystem project can try to submit an application. The fund pool is, listen to this, guys, $2 million US. A single project can receive a subsidy of up to 100,000 or even 200,000 if it's like, epic, amazing, right? All right, so we're going to go to that. And here that is. Okay. And this was posted 1 day ago. And like you see right here, Jasmy Grant Program, an official funding program bridging Jasmy in quote idea. All right. So as the official global incubation program on the Jasmy ecosystem, Jasmy's grant core vision in 2023 is to plan and expand around the Jasmy ecosystem, facilitate Jasmy to create a new public chain scenarios. Oh yeah. Sorry, Fudders, for all of them saying that they don't have nothing going on in the public chain. I did see that. Yeah. How you like them apples? And encourage community engagement and help developers make various ideas possible. This is cool stuff. Now, if you want to sign up for this, if that's your thing, you can go to here. And it says, hold on, this type form is now closed. All right, so maybe we have to double check on that, but let's jump back. It's there right there. I'll probably try to get you a different link in the future. But in regards to the grant, Jasmy's funding program in 2022, leveraging Japan's policy on Web3, Jasmy successfully steered towards the era of AI. And we, of course, cover that. If you've seen the thumbnail, it's got like Johnny Five from Short Circuit, right? Johnny Five is alive, right? So in this context, in 2023, Jasmy will take start with more ecosystem building and probably become the source of a new wave of innovation and profits. Are you kidding me? Think about what's listed there. And probably become the source. I mean, I thought it was pretty bullish if they're just part of the mix. Yeah, be one of the players that are part of it. But you're not seeing that. Becoming the source and being part of the mix is two different things. And people still want to flood this? Oh, you don't have anything verified. Oh, I want to see more proof. Okay, I hear you. Look what's mentioned here. Therefore, as a funding program led by Jasmy, Jasmy Grant connects project providers and Jasmy's resources, aiming to become the key hub in Jasmy's ecosystem. Let's talk about this whole thing when it comes to the grant. On the one hand, Jasmy's grant focuses on funding the idea submitted by the Jasmy's protocol community, as long as the project is an early startup project based on Jasmy's DeFi NFT middleware infrastructure. Now, hold on. It's going to get juicy. Metaverse, games, and other racetracks, it has access to the incubation and investment of Jasmy Grant. That was quite a few things listed there. A little bit more on this. On the other hand, Jasmy Grant aims at the key racetrack and plans against the trend for the Jasmy ecosystem in the next stage. It offers long-term support planning through regular hackathons and other activities and provides systematic business resources for the Jasmy ecosystem, lasting exposure, long-term guidance, ecosystem, project coordination, etc., right? Now, if you're wondering who qualifies for this is a good question. It says, any interested Jasmy ecosystem project can try to submit an application. The scope of funding for Jasmy Grant includes the following here, all these bullet points. Development and improvement of Jasmy protocol, data collection, storage, distribution, and transaction. Vote-based governance, signature and verification. Jasmy ecosystem applications, NFT, DID, payment and trading market, data processing and information collection, financial products, social networking, oh my gosh, token tools, etc. They're giving you everything you need to do basically what? To build on their ecosystem. Oh, I didn't know that. I was just thinking that Jasmy was just built on Ethereum or whatever else is out there, and they only had one layer of utility, which is data democratization, and I'm not looking at it from a bigger point of view, because all I do is I pull FUD out of thin air and I collect what's off of the surface because that makes me look cool. Yeah, that's not the case here, is it? The case, what you see here is a lot bigger than FUDders have any perspective whatsoever. What's the key takeaway? That they're going to build an ecosystem. My goodness. FUDders don't want to talk about that because that doesn't appeal to their narrative. Jasmy-based developer tools, SDK, software development kit, test framework, simulator, etc. The DAO organization of Jasmy ecosystem. All developers, project providers, investors, and even Jasmy enthusiasts like myself who are interested in Jasmy can communicate and explore the possibilities to cooperate. That sounds pretty darn interesting. Now, when we get further into this, there's a lot to cover, but this is a big update. This is fresh. I double check this. I don't see any content career really talking about this at the moment. I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but I'm just being real. So, form of funding. In addition to specific ways Jasmy grant incubates and invests include, listen to this, more bullet points. The total amount of fund pool is $2 million. A single project can receive, like I mentioned before, a subsidy of $100,000. If it's Epic, it's $200,000. We talked about this before. If you're wondering about the funding span, it's basically 5 months during which the selected projects can continue to be voted on. Continue to be voted on. They're not going to just be like, we're done. According to the number of votes and the quality of the project, Jasmy will announce the selected projects and the number of funds from time to time. That's cool because it's recognizing the community. They're trying to build something here. You know, understand what you have with Jasmy. If anything, not financial advice. Glad to see some people recognize the pullback and got in and loaded up that much more. Participants deposit Jasmy tokens to have the weight of the fund. After depositing Jasmy tokens, users will get different weighted voting tokens. Jasmy X, according to different deposit periods, there are 3 grades, by the way. 1 time for non-locking, 2 times for locking for 2 months, 5 times for locking for 4 months. Participants can also start the public representative node to gain the weight of other supporters' Jasmy tokens, and users can also vote to support their favorite projects by delegating their Jasmy X to these projects. There's a lot that's here. I want to get into all of it, and that's why I'm reading a lot of it verbatim. So it says selected projects will receive part of their respective rewards as initial funds to start the project and gradually obtain the remaining funds after reaching the specific roadmap. And again, about that roadmap, everybody that was talking about, oh, this roadmap is so vague, the one from last year. Well, the one from this year is a little bit better, right? But for some people who are still fudding it, my goodness, here is a little bit in regards to that in full fruition, as I would say. This is an outline of what the heck is going on with that specific roadmap. Are you not that much more bullish on Jasmy? You should be. Pay attention what is here. So, high-quality projects will also be able to obtain additional Jasmy token awards from the Jasmy Foundation. While expanding across the world, Jasmy Grant will also focus on the investment layout around Jasmy's rapid development and major upgrades. In the later stage, it's aimed to improve the Web3 experience of users and developers and contributes to the ultimate goal of building a secure, scalable, and open blockchain network. Wow. If I could drop this mic, I would. Why is that so important? Because it gives you an example that they're scalable in an open blockchain freaking network that they want to get more and more people to come in through this darn grant program to build an ecosystem. Yeah, they're not just some project that's just hoping for vision in the future, and they're only looking at it from tunnel vision of, hey, you know what? This is what we offer, and that's all we got going on. No, they realize that they want to build. What a time to get into Jasmy. My goodness. Talking about a really, really attractive risk to reward ratio. When I have stated this many, many times about how Jasmy might be the one to get us to where we want to first, when you combine some of these factors of Jasmy's circulating supply, and that is deflationary by the end of this year. Yeah, this year, 2023. And you see some of this on the roadmap for this grants and expand the ecosystem, you name it. I don't understand how a fudder can come in and just take what's off of the surface and be like, oh, yeah, I'm done. Oh, Binance US delisting, yeah, done. You know what that tells me? It tells me one of two things. You haven't done your own research, or the other thing is you have a personal dilemma against Jasmy because you were an absolute fool who bought on the top of the mountain, just like any project, technically speaking, and you're pissed off because you didn't understand what the heck your investment was, and it took a nosedive. That can happen to anything. That can happen to Bitcoin, that can happen to Ethereum, Shiba Inu, you name it, quant, anything. I don't care crap what it is, right? It's part of the darn, crypto journey, right? You have to fail a little bit to have a broader sense of understanding, but to each his own. I know I got a little heated on that particular one, but you know what? When I look more and more into Jasmy, I get more and more impressed, and especially with the recent news that we're dropping for you guys right now. So anybody just connected, hey, shout out to you for being around for this right now in the conversation. Planning for the next stage, the year 2023 marks the beginning of the Jasmy grant program. Oh, there's no money to be made in 2023. What a line of what crock. There's money to be made. It's called the accumulation phase. Don't believe what I'm talking about? Go to the recorded section. Go to the one that says Bull Run Thesis Part 6. I have a whole outline in regards to why I feel as though we're in an accumulation phase. And I'm not just making this making this stuff up because it sounds cool. No, we are in an accumulation phase. Look more into it. So it says, when carrying out the investment layout for the Jasmy ecosystem project, Jasmy grant will not only focus on the funding needs of the project, but also assist in the financing, marketing, and other necessary consulting services covering the one-stop incubation investment services before, during, and after investment, such as investment, marketing, consulting, and listing. On top of this, in the subsequent iterations, Jasmy grant is expected to fund more projects. More projects. Why the heck would they want to do that? Oh, that's right. Because they want to build a thriving ecosystem. They're looking at it from a broader perspective. Are you not that much more bullish on Jasmy? For example, the accelerated program provides a one-on-one guide for the top successful project of the Jasmy ecosystem and its founder, and is open to startup projects in the Jasmy grant program. Bridging Jasmy and the idea with his research. I mean, come on. I know I'm going a lot verbatim. I have to on this one. I have to. In a word, Jasmy grant will take the main task of the long-term development of the Jasmy ecosystem, and is orientated to support developers. It is open to any developer. Any developer. Think of how, oh my gosh, think of how attractive this sounds. What if you're a guy from Quant, think about getting into Jasmy? Oh, I heard about Max talks about Jasmy a lot. Why does Max talk about Jasmy? Here's a perfect example of why I talk about Jasmy for the same reason why I got into, I know this is another one, the same reason why I got into the graph. What? Max, what the heck? This is off the wall. No, it's not. Why did I get into the graph? Because I understand that the graph is the Google of crypto. When you see this listed here, it is open to any developer with a gem because it's the idea that comes first. What is also open to any developer and why they come into the graph? The graph. Jasmy is really starting to, oh my God, like they're trying to take the cake. I'm telling you guys flat out, for those who recognize it and stay the course, this is great, great news. In addition, the core positioning of Jasmy's grant is Jasmy's official global incubation program. That is, it's a first-hand incubation resource supported by Jasmy. First-hand. This means that Jasmy Grant can provide one-stop investment and funding services that many traditional incubators do not have by integrating its multi-resource advantages with the Jasmy ecosystem behind it and connecting the nearly all-dimensional racetrack in this ecosystem covering Jasmy's public chain. My goodness. And then to even give you some more examples, no pun intended, because it says it right there. When Jasmy Grant makes an investment in the Jasmy ecosystem project, listen to this. In addition to meeting the project's needs for capital, it also uses the official endorsement to naturally assist in the financing. So kind of like what we talked about in the previous segment with XDC, understanding what, what was it? Maybe it was XDC. There's another particular one. Anyway, understanding, it was AOBT, right, with Alliance Block. So AOBT, I should say AOBT anymore, Nextera with Alliance Block recognizes that they want to expand their ecosystem. They want to expand their utility by getting into projects where they can provide the grants necessary to thrive and grow those ecosystems by providing capital to those projects, and those projects will receive liquidity, and it's a thriving, beautiful thing. Here's another particular example of that, and my God, it's with Jasmy. So we talked about how bullish this was for Alliance Block, and if you haven't seen that, you can go back and watch it. But this is huge for Jasmy, just like it was huge, or I should say was huge, is huge for Nextera. So look, if you're still with me, follow this. So I'm going to go back just for a second because I don't want to lose my spot. So it says, in addition to meeting the project's needs for capital, it also uses the official endorsement to naturally assist in the financing, marketing, and other necessary consulting services covering the one-stop incubation investment services before, during, and after investment, such as investment, marketing, and consulting. We talk a little bit about that. It's kind of like a reiteration. In particular, in view of the difficulties in drawing attention and financial support at the initial stage, Adaverse provides comprehensive support such as funds, resources, and mentors. Yeah, you actually get somebody to help you with this. People are talking about, Jasmy, there is no actual person. There is no actual offices. None of that. Well, last I checked, if you're getting a resource and you get an actual mentor, you're going to actually talk to somebody. Well, that hasn't been verified yet. Okay, I get what you're saying. You're never going to see the light, right? But in addition to financial support, Jasmy startup projects can quickly access Jasmy's ecosystem matrix with the help of Jasmy Grant's resources to achieve synergy between liquidity and decentralized app products. And I want to take a moment to reflect on this real quick. So as you guys know, I provide you guys information from a premium service called Investor Plays. No, I'm not paid by them, but my God, I probably should be sponsored by them. Anyway, they have pointed out, shout out to Charlie Shrem, who has been into Bitcoin since it was $5, and he is, for the record, one of the first miners of Bitcoin with a GPU ever. It was on CNBC, if I'm not mistaken. He pointed out that when it comes to dApps, 2023 could be absolutely huge. Here is a perfect example, and it's through what? It's through Jasmy? Are you kidding? So it says, in short, besides money, it sponsors much more. It also provides one-stop ecosystem resources covering the entire development chain of Jasmy. This is also the biggest difference and advantage between Jasmy Grant and other incubators. Yeah, if you're still with me, no kidding. Give me a little bit more. Providing one-stop services covering the entire development path of startups for high-quality projects, and yeah, just that, the Jasmy ecosystem that I guess apparently the fudders didn't even know freaking existed. Creating incremental value and sharing of the benefits of the ecosystem expansion. And of course, in summary, I could give you more in regards to that, but I think this is huge. I'll read this part real quick. In short, Jasmy Grant launched in 2023. We're only not even 4 months into 2023. It not only helps the high quality startup projects implant into the Jasmy ecosystem, but it also brings those high quality startups to the world, allowing global users and investors to share the growth benefits of the Jasmy ecosystem. And just to pound it home a little bit more, this will help Jasmy ecosystem start the second half of its journey. My goodness. If you're still with me, and it requires sufficient seed users. Yeah. Seed users. Think about all of the angel investors and venture, you know, fun type people that come in and want to just find something that they can get a tax write-off on. Let's face it, a lot of venture groups do that, right? So, this is laying a good foundation for the continuous integration of Jasmy with the Internet of Things technology and AI segment. The core vision of Jasmy's grant program is also to continue to promote and improve Jasmy's ecosystem and infrastructure. And of course, they give you the whole thing about, they believe in Jasmy and so on. I know that was quite the deep dive, quite the info.
Thank you so much for watching, guys. If you have not yet subscribed, do yourself a favor and subscribe for more information on the ISO 222 compliant tokens, and hit the notification bell to make sure that you are aware of the new videos when they come up. Max and I cover these ISOs, and we also have a live show every single night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Make sure you tune in for that. You won't want to miss it. Thanks again, and we will see you on the next video.